Hi friends! Welcome back to another week of art. This week we're going to practice using the element of value even more in our artwork. It's a really simple project with a really great effect. We'll also try to show an illusion of form in our work through the use of curved line and shading. Check out this photo of colored pencils. Do you see how the light is reflecting off the middle of each of them? If you look closely, the edges of the pencil are the darkest value, and the middle of the pencils are the lightest values. How do you think we could show that in our artwork? If you said through shading, you're correct. For this project, you will need a white paper or your sketchbook, a pencil and eraser, a ruler or something to help you draw a straight line, and something to color with. I'm going to be using colored pencils, but you can use crayons if you want. Just don't use markers. They're a little hard to shade with. So the first thing we're going to do is put a dot somewhere on our paper with our pencil. That is where all the points of the pencils will meet. Now take your ruler and draw an even number of lines radiating out from the dot. Don't make the lines go all the way to the edges. Watch where I'm stopping. Stop right about there. Now, very, very lightly, draw a sketchy circle around the dot. Do this very lightly because you'll be erasing most of this line. Connect two lines with a curved line and skip the next two. Connect two, skip two. Connect two, skip two. This next part can be a little tricky, so watch closely. With your ruler, you're going to draw two straight, parallel lines to create the colored pencil. Put your pencil on the corner of that cone shape and draw a line straight out to the edge of the paper. When you're using a ruler, remember to press hard on the ruler, not on the pencil. Hold your pencil towards the back of the pencil so you don't press too hard. As long as you're holding down the ruler hard enough, it won't move. Remember, parallel means the lines are going in the same direction and they'll never touch. Then erase the ones that you didn't connect. That will be the space between the pencils. Mine are a little crooked, but that's okay. It gives my work a little character, right? There's one more step of the drawing portion of this lesson, and it's to draw curved lines to form the leads of the pencil. These lines should be parallel with the other curved lines. See? Now I get to color. I have 5 pencils to color. You might have more or less. We are going to practice pressure shading. I like to start with the wood-colored part of the pencil first, so I'll choose a tan. You can use brown for this step as well. First, I outlined the edges, pressing hard, and then went in as light as I could for the rest of the shape. I went back to the edge and gradually blended the dark to the light. This creates the illusion of form and makes the pencils look round, doesn't it? So repeat until all the pencils are done. You could also just go in lightly and color the whole shape and then gradually press harder along the edges. Shading takes practice. You want to start lightly and then focus on layering the color and slowly pressing harder on an area to build that color or value. Now I'll choose my first color. I use this teal color and did the same thing. I outlined the edges of the pencil and then colored the rest, pressing ever so lightly. I don't know about you, but I have a very hard time not pressing hard on my pencil. I'm what you would call heavy-handed, so I've trained myself to hold my pencil further back so I can't press hard in an area where I'm trying to color lightly. As I build up the layers of color, I move my hand further down the pencil to allow myself to press just a little bit harder each time. See how the edges are darker and the middle is lighter? This is value. This is shading. Go slow, take your time, and never color the whole shape pressing hard first. Always start lightly. Color the lead the same way. Edges are dark, middle is light. Blend those two areas together by layering color and pressing just a little harder to create value. Now I'll use this red violet or magenta color. Same thing, I'm just getting some really good practice with shading. Each pencil will seem like it gets a little easier to shade because you're getting better the more you practice. Remember, it's better to build up layers of light color than try to erase dark areas where you press too hard. Colored pencils are tricky to erase. Also, when you push too hard, you leave lines pressed into your paper from pressing so hard. Be gentle on your artwork, it's fragile. Alright friends, I hope you enjoyed this little practice lesson on value and form. Feel free to practice the element of value in your sketchbook too. I wonder what else you could draw to practice it. When you're finished, your project should look a little something like this. Remember, yours should be different than mine. Photograph it and upload it to the gallery called Colored Pencil Values on Artsonia. I can't wait to see your artwork. I hope you enjoy making art with me while we're apart. Bye!